game face on. They looking. I got my cane shades on. They looking. Sliding, I'm riding, I'm whipping. All them boys know, go get it, go hard for the U, we go harder than you. Getting it poppin', 2-1 gun salute. Shout out them boys, footballer hoop. Know we the truth, Miami to you. Orange and green, I'm a rep for the team, but you know what I bleed. FCMG.
Got my game face, my cane shades like I'm Bo Nose and D Nasty. It's game time and I'm Duke Johnson. I run the ball, you don't do nothing. Sound like a drum line when I touch down. Alumni all in the crowd, we two up, two stop.
Yeah,
Everybody throwing them U's
hold on.
up.
That you up. Look at what we do up. That you up.
What is going on, Damien?
Oh man, another Tuesday night. The Georgia Tech preview. We switched up Vicks. We got the Homestead Vic on the line. But Tommy, what's going on?
Not much. Just glad to talk Georgia Tech.
Vic,
Yes, sir.
what do you think?
Should be an interesting game.
Oh, hey, I wanted to ask you, man, what was the Astros Yankees series right now? I haven't seen.
Very funny. 2-1.
Let's go Astros! Shit.
Man, you beat me to it, Bo. I wanted to do it. As a Red Sox
Okay,
fan,
guys.
I wanted to do it.
Let's
I've
go.
had to deal with it all year. We see what happens. That's all.
Let's go Astros. Finish them
Now
off.
this comes from the same guy that was like swearing that Nkosi would start the year, but I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Crow time, barbecue style. So still waiting.
Yeah, but who's the starter now?
Agreed. And I'll be honest with you, I got some inside information that I got a feeling it's gonna be that way for the rest of the year.
Really?
Oh wow, that's good though.
Injury? Is he hurt that bad? Surgery?
Supposedly, he ended up making a statement saying that his shoulder's still not feeling well, that surgery is a distinct possibility.
Wow.
Oh, so Perry got the job on the strength of an injury.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, wouldn't it be better to get the surgery now instead of waiting?
Yeah,
I would agree.
but then here's the thing. Okay, so next year, what are we gonna do next year? We're gonna have another quarterback controversy, or someone's
I
transferring?
mean, next year, basically, you're looking at.
All over again.
Oh my God.
All over
You
again.
got four of them they're going to be on. You got Jared, you got Jaron, you got Nkosi. You're going to have Peyton Matocha, and you're going to end up having Tyler Van Dyke.
Someone got to go. Someone's going, right? It's only common sense. Someone's transferring,
I
right?
would agree.
You got Williams coming off an injury, so that's going to be like a negative for him. Perry, I have a feeling Perry's going to ball out for the rest of the season. So we'll see what happens next year.
Everything depends upon that offensive line. I'll tell you that right now. They need to really end up working on some techniques with that OL to give him some time. No joke. What's the spread in the game? Anybody here?
18 and a half.
18 and a half?
Were UM's favored by 15 and a half?
18.
18.
18 and a half? Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll take Georgia Tech in 18 and a half.
Really? I mean,
I don't know.
It's
I'm
weird.
It's
a weird number because North Carolina beat them by 16. Duke beat them by 18 last week. It's a weird number. It is a weird number. I wouldn't even touch
It definitely is.
I wouldn't even touch this bet. I would not touch it. 240.
That game last week was probably the best defensive performance we've had all year, without a doubt.
Yeah.
And don't you believe Michael Pinkley actually showed up and balled out finally and was flying all over the field?
But at the same time, look, I think we all know this. Big difference between Manny being behind the scenes and calling some of those plays versus Blake. That goes without saying.
I see 247 Kane saying the Citadel. Frick, North Carolina lost to Appalachian State, folks. Cannot look at those games.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean,
And then also,
No, don't look at Virginia Tech.
Yeah.
Virginia Tech struggled with Furman.
and then
Look who
got
balled
blown
out. Look who balled out last Friday, man. Greg was all over the damn place.
I know. You know what I
Oh
can
my
see-
God! Do you see Alex's comment though?
Yeah, I see it. But
Oh my God!
what you know what I can see.
What's he
happening-
saying, Tommy?
What,
No, I'm not even nothing.
what-
Nothing.
Which Alex?
Let's just move on.
Which Alex are we talking about?
Let's just say he's talking about a certain someone's sister on the team. I'm just leaving it at that.
Oh no, we leave that alone. We leave that alone.
man.
but
We
anyway,
me and Bo's already had a conversation about this
You gotta leave that alone.
Anyway.
attention. Let's just say this attention.
I could see Miami up by 24, giving up a late score or
Mhm.
something, and blowing the spread. You know what I'm saying?
And by the way, the other kicker's due back this week.
Yeah, I
Right.
know. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen at the kicker position.
I mean, look, hey, the kid came on, did his job, 1 field goal, 2 extra points. Can't ask for anything better than that.
But now we got Camden Price coming back in. How good
Correct.
is he? We'll see. Very intriguing.
I mean, I'm actually glad that Manny is making the moves that he needs to make the move. He needs to do. Bottom line.
Yep. I want him to bring that 2017 defense back, and that game last week looks like it looked like that 2017 defense.
Thought so?
Yeah, a little bit. Shit. All we had to do was same shit. Put up a couple numbers, let the defense do the work. That's how we were riding in 2017, except that Notre Dame and Virginia Tech game.
Yeah, but we
Notice the difference, guys, in that game last week. How much pressure did we have coming up the middle?
Yep.
That's one thing we did not have in the previous games. We just didn't.
And Vic, are you going to the game this week or what?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you going?
Yes.
Oh. Hey, you know what? You were right
Yep.
about that fucking traffic, Vic. Holy cow! I was stuck in traffic for about
That traffic was
2.5
sick.
hours.
I called it, man.
From-
I called it.
From
I called it.
From Palm Beach all the way there, man, going 10 miles an hour, man.
I heard the traffic was about an hour and a half longer than normal.
Holy cow! I was pissed. Ruined my whole.
Bo has not
Bo
made-
didn't get there. Bo didn't get there till 7 o'clock,
But then.
and he left at 3.
But I was what I was happy about was though I missed the rain. It rained, so in a way I was like,
I was about to say, dude, the rain was like unfreaking
Oh, yeah.
real, man.
Bo hasn't made a final decision if he's going to the game. Usually when he'll wake
And,
up Saturday
and by the way,
morning.
for this Saturday, there's like a 60% chance of rain, by the way.
Oh,
Ooh,
you're making
that's-
my decision even
oh,
more
shit.
here. I'm trying to talk myself.
That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help Bo's decision there.
Right? Sorry, guys. I mean, hey.
Look, I'm trying to talk myself into going to this game, and now you're talking me out of it.
I ended your channel. You have no more viewers. I ended your fucking channel, you fat bitch.
Put the mute.
What's going on?
Mm.
God, I hate these guys, man.
No. You know what I noticed when we go in the morning time? They're in school. They don't call in the morning time.
Oh, they called last time in the morning?
Yeah, but they didn't have school. Whatever school they were at the Christopher Columbus Day.
Yeah, Christopher Columbus.
But usually, man, when we go in the morning, these little guys don't call in.
Fuck you, Pablo. You
Yeah.
Nasty
Alright.
fat bitch.
Have a
I'll
good
kick
day.
your
You
ass
gotta
on a
put the
fight,
mute.
pussy.
You gotta put the mute on.
you.
Put the mute on.
Fuck
Hey, come
you.
to the
Fuck
game.
you.
Yeah.
Come to the
Fuck
game.
you.
I wish I
Alright.
could block them, man. There's no way. I try to look up
Yeah.
how you can
No,
block
no,
them.
no.
Who are these
No,
guys?
they're little.
There's some
There's a
high
They're a
little
school
bunch of
kids.
kids, Vic.
They're high
I know
school
the
kids.
address. I'm gonna talk to the parents. I'm gonna have to because they're in West Palm Beach. I'm gonna have to go and talk to the parents. But when we do the morning show, they don't call in. They're in
Conference
school.
locked.
Do you still have their phone numbers written down?
Yeah, I got them. Trust me, I got them.
All right.
I know the address. I got one address. Remember, I talked to the mom one time.
Yeah, I know.
Believe it or
One of
not,
the
they're
mothers-
black kids. They sound like they're white kids, but they're black kids.
No way.
They're black. Yes, they
And what-
are. They're because I talked to the mom. They're like Caribbean. They're like Caribbean.
And what
I
did the,
talked to
what did the
mom.
mother say?
Maybe
This
they're
is silly. I can't believe we're talking about
She said that she was gonna keep it under control, and obviously she's not. I'm gonna have to call her again. But let's move on from the subject.
Wow. What's something? Hey, but they did get us an interview. They did do
That one kid, it's sad, and he got an older brother.
One time he got us an interview.
Oh man, yeah, he
And
had
I
the
missed
older brother,
it.
not the little kid.
What kind of crowd are you expecting this week, Vic? Are we expecting a big crowd here?
Oh God, no! Oh Lord, 30. Oh man, 35 to maybe 38,
That's what you
and
think?
that's being generous.
Oh.
Man, those noon games are just murder, man. Seriously.
Yep.
I know.
I don't look for there to be that big of a crowd.
That's what I hate. Noon 3:30, I would have been there easy, but noon.
And to think, after this week, there's only one more game at home, which is
Louisville.
homecoming in a couple weeks, and that's it.
I know.
Every other game is on the road.
I got to say.
So I take it. So I guess there's no blackout this year.
Yeah, no.
The only blackout I would think would end up being homecoming.
That's probably going to be.
and
But
no-
that could be a noon game.
Don't go there. I doubt it's going to be. If it's homecoming, doubtful. It's got to be a night game if it's homecoming.
You think so? You think
Really?
ACC Network will put us on 7:30?
Probably. Honestly, it'll probably won't be an ESPN game. It'll probably be ACC Network.
I don't know.
I can't believe the Pittsburgh game's noon kickoff. I hate that.
That doesn't surprise me.
Well,
That doesn't surprise me.
247 Canes thinks it's going to be 48 to 50K. You're fucking high, dude. There ain't no way.
He's a lot much more optimistic than I am.
There's no way. A noon game.
Hmm.
3-3
And
Miami
don't get-
team.
Do I think it's possible? Yeah. Look, I'll say this much: you guys were there in that last Friday. Bo, Danny, you guys were there. What,
Best
50,000?
Best crowd.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Best crowd this year.
best crowd of the year. Yeah, best crowd of the
That's
year.
impressive. That's impressive for a Friday night. That's impressive for a Friday night.
Mhm.
But
Best crowd of the year, though.
I gotta say,
we need it.
I gotta say, all these home games in a row, I'm not a fan of it. You know, I like to have a home game,
Yeah.
then have an away game, so then you get a week off, then a home game, then
Think
away
about
game.
and you're in a perfect position to know what I'm about to say. Picture for our fans that end up coming in from out of town to drive down for like 5 straight weekends. Dude,
Oh,
man,
man.
that's harsh. That's
Vic,
just harsh.
Tell me about it, Vic, and that's why people will be like, oh,
Yeah,
we got-
Bo's pushing 5, right, Bo? Aren't you pushing 5?
I didn't go to the Bethune game. I didn't go there.
Oh,
I went to Florida. I drove to North Carolina.
But you lost.
I skipped Bethune, and then I came to the rest.
I think this is the most games that I've seen you go in a long time, Bo.
Well, this is my
That
last-
one year, the 2013 year, you were there for like all the games, but I think this is the most you've ever gone.
This is the last chance. After this, my son's playing
Mhm.
football. There'll be no more going.
And basketball season opens up in 2 weeks. Exhibition.
Oh yeah, and then we got Louisville. Cannot wait.
Oh, we got Louisville.
You know,
Thank God that's a home game.
Yes.
Yeah, that could be a little trap game there too, man. To put it up
The
60
very
60
first
points.
home game of 2020 is Duke here.
Oh shit!
really.
Really?
Yes.
We're
Wow.
That's gonna be a great game.
We're gonna sweep Duke.
One thing I love about Coach L, man, Coach L knows how to end up coaching against Duke. That's for damn sure.
Well, he doesn't do bad against North Carolina.
Hey Vic.
Agreed.
Hey Vic. 247 Kane says, does Vic tailgate with the hot Latinas?
Oh,
Say
you're
it
talking
again?
about no, he's talking about the other Vic.
Vic doesn't
He's
go.
talking about the other Vic.
Other Vic doesn't go to games.
Yeah, but he
Nope.
doesn't know that. That guy.
I tried to get.
Commented
I tried to get the other. I tried to get the other Vic to come to Pittsburgh with me, and he won't do it. He comes up with excuses.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something about. I'm gonna tell you something about New York Vic. He don't go like when they had that game in that bowl game in New York. Vic was like 5 minutes away from New York, and he didn't want to go to it. Like Vic don't be going. The Vic in New York don't be going to the games. I don't know what it is. He don't go.
I can't believe it, man.
No, he's 5 minutes away from Yankee Stadium.
New York Vic overdoses on freaking martinis, basically, and spends too much time on Facebook, man. Seriously.
Where is that guy? Where is New York Vic?
I don't know. I told him not. He must.
He's probably out eating his lobsters and drinking his martinis.
He's fucking swiping left, swiping right, going out to have martinis, talking on the phone. That's what he's doing.
He's a trip. That Vic is a trip, man.
Carol City Kane. Will Manny be the coach next season? Told you I wasn't on the Manny train and still won't be. But yes, he will be the coach, Carol City Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yep, he ain't going nowhere. He's not going anywhere for at least another 4 years.
I hear. Okay, this is pretty much what I heard indirectly. 3 years.
3 years.
That they're giving him 3 years.
Well, let me tell you something. Oh, that third year is going to be Alabama. Good luck.
Let's see what happens.
Good luck.
Let's see what happens.
I'll tell you what. The only thing that'll change if we lose to Butch Davis in that FIU game, there will be a change. There will be an Al Golden thing when the whole Clemson thing.
That won't happen.
You don't think so? If we lose to Butch Davis, you don't think? Remember what happened in that Clemson game?
If we lose to Butch Davis, dude, that's where like all hell breaks loose. I'll tell you that right
That's
now,
what I'm saying. But remember, before that Clemson game, Golden had his job. Okay, remember we got blown out. He had his job kind of secured. But after that Clemson game, man, it was a wrap for Golden.
The board of trustees went freaking bananas, man. They were at the game. You had a fight break out in the locker room during the game, basically at halftime.
But see, what I'm saying is, if this is far fetched, but if Manny loses to FIU in Marlin Stadium, will that happen again?
Doubtful.
That would be horrible, though.
I mean, and Butch is having his issues with FIU this year. I'll tell you that right now.
What is going on over there?
I mean, he's had some injury issues over there, basically. So, I mean, they just won their last game against UMass. So,
I'm not ruling out FIU, guys. You know why? Because we barely beat Central Michigan.
You're going to tell you the truth.
We barely beat Central Michigan.
Hey,
call me crazy, but we almost lost to Central Michigan.
But remember something? Okay, look. Remember last year's FIU game? Yo, man, they didn't get any positive yardage against us until midway through the third quarter.
Right.
You know, and I love the people at work. They're like busting their chops. There's one guy that graduated. Several people that graduated from FIU, like 2 touchdowns. You guys are very suspect. I'm like, guys, let me enlighten you about those that don't understand football, which you don't, obviously. So I will educate you now. Okay. Our first team defense, which you guys faced for 2.5 quarters, midway through the third quarter, you guys had -4 yards. Okay, so guess what? After we put in our third team defense, that's when you started moving the ball. So just understand that. Thank you. Case closed.
How's that game gonna look? How's that game gonna look like? It's gonna be 85% Miami Hurricane fan. Like how? Like that? That's gonna be. I'm curious of what's that gonna look like.
It's gonna be an arena bowl It's an arena bowl game.
And how is the FIU gonna feel about? But they don't care. They just want to sell out. I mean, they want their money. But how are they gonna feel?
They just want to get their money on the deal, and that's it. Case closed. I mean, period.
So they're not going to feel disrespected that we're just the Hurricanes are just going to walk in there and own the shit.
I mean, come on, it's a far cry from what happened 13 years ago. I mean, come on, it's more the situation of like, you know, I would like it to get to the point in time, basically, that we can end up like having, you know, those types of games on their turf versus ours. But I mean, with theirs. Come on, the maximum amount of people that fit over at FIU is what? It's like 30,000, if I remember correctly, give or take. And it's supposed to be expanded the way that Pete Garcia planned it, supposed to be able to expand up to like 42, 43,000 is my understanding.
Well, what if we lost to Georgia Tech? What would happen?
Oh, Jesus.
That
We're going to be a
would-
laughing stock of the ACC. That's what's
that
going to happen.
that would end up putting a serious dent with regards to trying to go after the Coastal. No doubt about it.
Well, you know what's going to happen? Bo, you remember when J-Cam won, 2 weeks ago? He said 150, but they sold about 150 tickets for the Pitt game through Kings United. You can cut that 150 down to probably 45 people that would show up.
Because we got, Georgia Tech now, this Saturday, and who comes afterwards?
We got Pittsburgh next week.
Which is going to be at Pitt, and then we
got
what?
Florida State.
Florida State, and then we end up having Louisville here.
Yeah.
And then we have what?
Duke.
What is it, a bye week?
Duke.
And then
Duke.
Is it Duke?
And then at the very end of the season, it's what?
Well,
what game
FIU.
You know, Duke,
FIU.
You know, if we can win out, that Duke game could be for the Coastal Championship.
I agree.
Could be.
Well, if that Duke game's for the Coastal, I'll make the trip down to Durham.
And I don't want to get into this, but as far as the FSU game, if you plan on going to Tallahassee, buy your tickets on StubHub or the school. Don't buy your tickets from a certain individual that's selling, I don't want to get into that, but be sure to be careful where you buy your tickets going to the Florida State game. That's all I'm saying on that. Yeah, we're moving on from that.
Oh, how about, has anyone watched Georgia Tech this year? I haven't really watched them this much.
I've watched them on and off.
Really?
I mean, they're pretty much, like I said, their starting quarterback, what they pretty much do is they spread it. They'll go 3 wide, 4 wide, and they'll run like an option type offense.
Well, it looks
that.
It looks like lately they've been playing this James Graham guy. He's been throwing the ball.
Well, maybe that's who they settled with.
And their running back, though, their running backs rushed for 425 yards. Then the other quarterbacks rushed for almost 300 yards. They got 3 damn quarterbacks they've been using.
Yes, they have used 3 different quarterbacks in a game
It's
at
looking
times.
like Oliver is the running quarterback and Graham is the passing quarterback, is what it looks like here. And then the other guy, Johnson, only comes in if they're both playing like shit, is what it looks like here.
I don't know. Georgia Tech's still running the triple option. They're still doing the option. They've been doing it for like 50 years. They're still doing that shit.
No,
I don't think
they've more
not on the-
spread
not on
and
the
run the
triple
option. They've run the option out of the spread, Damien.
That's why they
So
suck.
they're doing the same shit.
They don't got the personnel to do what they want to do. That's why they're sucking. That's why the administration should have went and hired the guy from Army or the guy from Navy and kept it going. But, I don't know. This should be an easy win here. This should be an easy win.
Should be.
Should be.
Central Michigan should have been an easy win.
And that felt like a loss.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. We had our kids like, but wait a minute. We thought we won. We won. Remember that?
Yeah, we won all right. We fucking barely beat Michigan.
We should be able to run the football against them because I don't think they cover. They don't stop the run.
I'll put it to you this way. One thing in watching that game last week is some of the play calling was suspect, man. The one play that disturbs me was you're doing a jet sweep with your tight end. Okay, with Brevin. I'm like, dude, you got to be freaking kidding me.
At least give it to one of the fast guys. God,
but even still, though, Bo, come on. You do a jet sweep with your tight end? I would have ended up you doing it with either Jeff or DJ, for crying out loud.
Give it to Pope or Harley or JT. Give it to one of these fast guys. God.
You know, I don't know.
And then why don't we go to the far side of the field where all the room is?
If there's one thing to be addressed in the next couple of weeks more than ever, is the play calling.
I've been saying that for weeks, Vic. Weeks.
No, agreed. But I'm talking more than ever now. more than ever now. Because no offense, if the defense is going to go out there and play the way it did, then it's on the offense basically to end up like putting some points on the damn board.
I just don't understand how you get inside the 5 and just throw. You got DJ back there, man. He's gonna make the.
And the one thing that blows my mind is this. It's funny. I saw a couple of pictures of him this week. You end up having one of the better fullback prospects in the country in George, and I barely see him on the playing field. And I'm beginning to think, I'm like, why did you have this guy here? Why do you have him here?
And 247, the short side on that was the left side on that play to the tight end. Because they were at the east end zone when they ran that play. So that was going. A 247 Kane saying they run to the short side because they don't want to run to the left side for Zion. But on that play where they ran it to the jet sweep to Brevin, that was going into the east end zone. So that would have been going to the left side.
Here's our problem in a lot of ways as well, too. Okay, right now we're better equipped to run between the tackles rather than going west-east, without a doubt. And no offense, considering the speed that we have at running back, that's a pretty sad statement to make. Because with the speed, we should be able to end up getting on those outside corners real fast.
Yeah, but it seems like when we do break those long ones on the outside, Vic, they get a holding call called back.
No, I agree.
And when we do make seems like when DJ does make the long runs, he starts going up the middle and makes some crazy bouncing off people like a pinball. The next thing you know, he stays on his feet and he's loose.
I still want to see us get like a power running back, man. I would love to see us have someone of the likes of an Edge, okay, or Willis McGahee.
Come on, Vic. We got DJ Dallas, man. Let's power him.
Okay, but at the same time, would you end up putting DJ in and this is nothing against DJ. I love him. But would you put him in the class of an Edgerrin or a Willis?
He doesn't have their line.
Right? You give him that line that they had, and yeah. What would Willis and them do with this offensive line? They'd be the same way as DJ.
Or in a total different offense.
True, too.
I mean, we were always under center, and they were being a pro set, or they'd be in the I. They did a lot of different stuff. I just think we don't. And then we're only giving them 12 carries a game, or maybe averaging less than that.
That's the other thing as well, too, because he only got maybe a limited amount of touches in this past game. How was that?
I still ain't figured that out, Chuck.
I mean, now running back wise, remember now it's just DJ and Cameron now because Lorenzo's registered for the rest of the year now.
He can still play in some games.
Conference unlocked. He can make one more appearance, is my understanding. I think, but that's it. But at the same time, remember he's not 100%.
Well, Vic wants in the line, so I unlocked it for him. Where's Vic?
Who?
Vicious Vic. Oh, there he is. Vicious Vic.
It's the weirdo.
Hey, how are the martinis, Vic?
The weirdo.
So is the gin suspect or the olives aren't that great?
Conference locked.
No. Listen, dare to be different is my motto. There you go, Vic.
Whatever makes you happy, Vic.
So, okay, Vic.
Vic. So you got that right on the button, being weird.
All right, Vic. It's Thursday night. Monday, you were trying to talk about Georgia Tech game. Well, now it's Thursday. Now you could talk about it. We're doing the Georgia Tech. Today is Wednesday.
Today's actually
Wednesday. I'm sorry. You know what? In Italian, it's mercoledì. Okay, it's Wednesday now, Vic. It's Georgia Tech preview. Now, go ahead. Talk all the Georgia Tech football you want. They're not a good team from what I read up about them. And Harry is quarterbacking. And the team's going to be amped up.
and we're gonna score 35-40 this weekend. Lock it up, motherfucker.
Vic.
All right, Vic.
Vic, can I remind you something?
What?
We almost lost to Central Michigan.
Yeah.
So
And you also said we would win out. That was wrong.
Yes. Oh, Vic, what have you been hearing? What have you been hearing about that Williams might not start for the rest of the season due to an injury, something to do with surgery? Have you heard anything about that?
No, I have not heard anything about that.
Where have you been?
So all that money you're paying for 24/7 Sports, they ain't telling you that?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
well. Good possibility that might be
what
true.
I'm paying.
It might
What
be
I'm
true.
paying for. What I'm paying for 24/7 Sport is what I'm paying for a night out on a date with Manuela. It's $150.
So we talk about a $1.99 coupon special?
Oh, Vic. So yeah, no, there's a good possibility that Perry will not start for the rest. I'm not Perry. I'm sorry, Williams. Williams will not start for the rest of the
Hey
season.
Vic, they're going
So-
crazy in the since you said you're the weirdo. Now they're asking, do you like trannies?
Ooh.
No.
Oh, God.
Uncle
This
Joe
is getting
says,
bad
is
now.
Manuela a tranny?
This is extreme TMI now. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's keep it. Let's
Listen,
not
you
go.
guys need me on here for entertainment.
Yes, you're right.
The fan base
Look what
love
it
it.
says. It says weirdo.
Yes, you're right.
You
You're
are
right,
right.
Vic. You're totally right.
I'm boosting the ratings. Oh, by the way,
Yes, you are. You definitely are.
Did you get my
definitely are,
text
Vic.
the other day? The number one kicker that we have committed for 2021
And do you know
wrote back to me and said he wants to come on the show.
Do you know they're only offering
Okay.
him a preferred walk-on?
Oh.
Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah. So what happens if one of these big schools come and offer him a full scholarship?
Well, we got to get him
There you
on to
go.
ask him that question, right? We got to get him on to ask him that.
That scares me, man. We got some linemen from Tennessee coming to visit this weekend. A 21.
Okay.
A 20.
I know Justin Flo is coming in November, the linebacker, but that's just a weekend to Miami for the kid because we all know he's going to Clemson.
Well, there's some. I forgot the lineman's name from Tennessee. He's coming this weekend for a Georgia Tech game. He's from Nashville.
Excuse me, I'm a little bit under.
He's from Nashville, and the other kid from Nashville is committed, so maybe we can get this kid. I don't know. But there's our country, our country white
Both
kid.
offensive linemen, right?
Yeah, offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Getting a country one. Those are the ones.
Yeah, we need to get these big old white boys, huh? We need to get these big old country white boys on the offensive line.
Tennessee, man, they're out there in the woods, fucking hunting deer and smelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. We need them.
Vic.
So
what do you
what's
think,
up?
Vic? What do you think here? I mean, do you think we cover this 18 points or what? 18. It's a tricky number.
I would hope so.
It's a tricky number, Vic.
I think if our defense plays the way we played last week, for sure. But you just don't know, with the offensive line. I mean, if we give him time, he's able to read the defense, and another extra second and a half is just going to open things up in the passing game. So
I'm going to tell you this.
if that happens, there's a lot of ifs.
I'm going to tell you this. If we come out the first two drives just blazing away, looking great, and then after that, the next, 3 or 4 drives, we look like trash, I'm going to lose it.
Well, Bo, it's been like this all year, so you know it's going to happen.
I'm telling you, I'm losing.
Well, we're due to have an A game on all sides of the field, Tommy, though. We have never put that together yet. On offense, defense, and special teams, and kicking. So maybe we're going to put it together one of these days.
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I don't think it'll happen this year. I just don't.
Hey, maybe we'll do it in 2 weeks against Florida State.
Oh,
Hopefully.
That would be the game to do it. Shoot, there's one.
Thank you. if there's one game that you're going to have a ton of your recruits on both sides of the ball and on both teams, okay, that's the game to do it at.
You want to hear something? You want to hear something funny? This Virginia win got our mood stable. Like, we're stable. Like, can you imagine? Like, if we would have lost that, like remember that before beating Virginia, we were like all over the place. Now we're stable. We're feeling relaxed. Like, maybe there's a chance. Maybe mathematically we got the Coastal. Well, remember before the Virginia game, me and Bo were saying, "Oh, watch us beat Virginia, and then all hell will break loose."
Hey, it got me excited.
Well,
It got me excited again. I tell you that.
You got us. It got our mood stable. Like, we're relaxed now. Because hopefully it doesn't get us off our mood. We lose to Georgia Tech. That's what I'm worried about.
No, you're worried about a letdown then.
That's true.
Vic, what is wrong with you, man?
No, I'm just not feeling well. The weather up here is changing.
Oh, man, you need to
I have a very, very bad cold.
The weather's dropping on there?
Yeah, it's in the 50s at night. Well, Tommy knows.
It's 50s. Man, it gets to 30s here.
What the
No, but it's pouring, but supposedly...
I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning to give Dad his medicine, and when I took the blankets off, it was freezing. I looked at my phone to see what temperature was, and it said 35 degrees.
Wow. Did you guys get hit with Did you guys get hit with a lot of rain today?
It's rained here all day.
I'm fucking sweating.
Yeah,
I'm sweating right now.
Yeah, we just had it. It was like a nor'easter that came through.
Bo said he's fucking sweating.
You guys are freezing.
That was a good one, Bo. That was a good one, Bo.
Dude. Hey, and Vic, man, I think that cold. You need to stay away from the Manuelas and just stay in the house.
Yeah,
right.
And instead of martinis, orange juice.
It's not the weather.
Until
you
real quick, since we're off topic and we got both the Vics on the line, Homestead Vic, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get New York Vic to become a booster. He got all that money. He's spending all that money on all these girls that he's meeting online. But he could be donating every week, every month to the school and helping the school out. He got that bread. Vic's in there. Vic's a big Wall Street guy. And Homestead Vic, is there anything that you could convince him to go donate money to the university?
Well, I mean, hey, and that way I could end up leading in with this. You got the UM Sports Hall of Fame that we'd always welcome someone like Vic. We have our golf tournament that's going to be on Friday. Okay, that's going to be hosted by Richard Mercier, and also announced this week, Gino Torretta. Okay, is going to end up being headlining as well too.
That's Vic's boy.
So that's going to be something.
All right, let Vic finish. Go ahead, Vic.
Okay, so and also at the same time, and for the game for us, that's going to be the game. They're celebrating the 30th anniversary of the '89 championship. So you're going to have a whole bunch of those guys down there in the field as well too. So
we do this
every year. Send my regards to Gino, please, Vic. If you mention my name, he'll laugh.
Vic, Vic, you go ahead and send a check. That's what you do, Vic.
Exactly. Send a check.
That's how you send your regards.
And then I'll send you regards with the check. Yeah, exactly.
Listen, I could just text Gino right now. I have his phone number.
Well, tell him to come on the show then, Vic. Tell him to come on the show then.
And Mark Caesar is in town, so I was thinking of it. See, I thought we were going to be on tomorrow. I was going to get Mark Caesar to call in.
Oh, that's old. I would love for Mark Caesar to call in. He's called in a couple
defensive
times.
lineman.
Yeah.
Correct.
He's been on the show a couple times. Actually, you know what I really wanted to do? Bo gets kind of annoyed with this guy. Which is it? The other one, Kevin Harris. But listen. But listen, Bo,
Vic,
you don't understand.
Hold on a second. Vic, does Gino know you personally?
No, Bo, Vic, shut up with that. No, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Let me finish. Having Kelvin Harris and Mark Caesar on the line, and I've been trying to do that because I have some inside info on them too, like some stuff that went on. Having them on at the same time would actually be classic, especially for the former players. because I heard something about them. But putting them on the line, Bo, would actually be a good idea.
What did you
I'll
hear?
tell you
What'd you hear?
I'll tell you when the show's over with.
Not some gay
So yeah,
shit,
I
is
think
it?
we should go for that. We should have Mark Caesar and we have the Kelvin Harris on the line at the same time. We should get that popping.
Would they do it?
Kelvin Harris kills me, man.
I don't know because I tried to do it. I tried to do it 2 years ago.
Kelvin's awesome. Kelvin's awesome, man.
I tried to have both of them on the line 2 years ago, and it didn't happen. There's something there. I'm trying to put them on.
He talks too much, Vic. He talks too much.
I know that one. I know Kelvin does, but Kelvin doesn't want. This is a guy that talks too much, but he don't want to come on the line. Well, Caesar's on the line for some reason. We got to see what's up with that.
Wow.
Got to put him on.
Well, then you're not going to be able to do it then.
Maybe so.
No.
Maybe.
They probably don't get along. I don't know what happened. Who knows?
No, I think they do. I think it would be nice to have both of them on, but give them 5-10 minutes, not the whole show.
You know, we need to get some characters, man. We need some characters. We need to hear some real stories, some good stories.
Mm-hmm.
We need some Jeremy Shockey type shit.
Mm-hmm.
We need some good shit. And I mean, come on, Vic wants Gino.
Shoot, we need to get Warren Sapp. There's some stories.
Oh man, hell no. They say he's the asshole, man. And you know what? Kerry Bell said he was going to get him on for us, and I guess it never came through. I don't know.
I'd love to get Brett Romberg on, man.
Yeah. Well, you know who Warren Sapp's best friend is, right? Mark Caesar. They're best friends.
Really?
Yeah, Mark Caesar is best friends. Well, yeah, they are.
Let me tell you something. That's going to be one hell of a reunion. In fact, the reunion starts tonight.
Hey, Vic.
Tonight, basically.
Hey, Vic.
Oh yeah, then for sure we need Mark Caesar and Harris on the line, and I can get some 89 guys on here with no problem.
Hey, Vic. Have you ever met Warren Sapp?
No.
Say it again?
No, I'm talking about Vic and Homestead. Vic, have you ever met Warren Sapp?
Yes, I have.
Why do these people give him a bad rap, all these Miami fans?
Look, I love Warren a lot, okay? And Warren easily is one of the most decorated alumni/football players in the history of this program, okay? But unfortunately, the one thing about Warren's got stuff personally going on with him. Bottom line, there's no other way to put it.
And publicly bashing The Rock on national TV doesn't help his reputation at all either.
I saw that. I'm like,
that doesn't help.
Man, it is what it is. I mean, Warren's Warren, man.
What did he say about
Warren's
The Rock?
Warren.
What did he say about The Rock?
What did he say about The Rock? I missed that.
Go look it up. Look it up, guys.
I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
What did he call him?
He went hard. On The Rock. You got to look it up. Just put for the audience. Just type in the YouTube Warren Sapp The Rock, and you'll see it. But wait for the show to be done to do that.
Oh man, now you got me interested.
Right now you got me curious.
I'm
curious.
We're not breaking any news. Just what was
It happened last week.
Still waiting for you to make that picture of me holding the bag. You didn't do it.
I will make
What's
that
wrong with
picture
you?
when you break out that checkbook, Vic. I'll make that picture.
I'll get a girl. I'll get my friend to do it. All right.
You go do that.
Now you
go do
You
that.
got me intrigued on this Rock thing, man. What the hell are you talking about? Let me look this up, man. You don't want to tell me. The Rock.
You wanna put the audio on here, Bo? Can you do it or no?
No, I don't want to put it. I just want to say what they said. What did he say about him? What was it on his podcast?
It was on someone. It was on national TV. It was on some. He just basically saying that what was it? I don't know word for word. I don't know. Just you look it up after the show. Someone in the comment section will probably put it there. So Vic, go ahead and tell the other Vic what you were saying about Gino Torretta.
Hold on, guys. I'm getting Mark Caesar to call in. I just reached out to him.
There
Hold
we
on.
go.
No way. Vic.
All right.
There's no way you did this.
There we go.
No way.
Yes, he did. He got Mark Caesar to call in. Yes,
Dude,
he did.
come on. After all, come on. Bo and Damien know me well. Let's put it that way.
He got him in. He's calling. We got a national championship member calling in right now. Mark Caesar from, I believe, 89, 91,
I told him that we're
91.
talking about the game. We're talking about Georgia Tech and also the reunion of the '89 team. So
He's calling in.
all right, so
And that's Warren Sapp's best
866-501.
friend.
Okay, he's calling.
Okay,
he's calling in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, he's calling in. Okay.
I'm not
I like
seeing-
Mark Caesar's. I like Mark Caesar. He, by the way, if you read the Uncle Luke book, he drops Mark Caesar's name all through that book.
I'm not
Yes, he
seeing,
does.
I'm not seeing
Yes,
this
he
thing
does.
you're talking about.
Yeah, Sapp. I'll send you the link after the show, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, Warren and Mark are good friends, man. Serious.
The only thing I see is I'm here for your job. That's all I see. You told he's here for his job when you're in college. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes. No, yeah, that, and you gotta see the whole video. That The Rock never started. He makes up lies for Hollywood. That's what he said, Bo.
But
That
not-
he's
did
just
he
a
ever-
fairy tale.
he
Like he
never-
does fairy tales.
Well, we know he didn't start. He was like he was
No,
like
but he was saying that some of the stuff he says is for fairy tales. That's basically what it was, Bo.
Well, that ain't that bad.
I'm excited about Mark Caesar calling in.
That's not that bad.
Oh, dude, look at this. Woo!
What, Vic?
What?
You know, the Facebook has this dating app, right?
Oh,
Listen. We got Mark Caesar. We got Mark Caesar calling. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, Vic. Vic, don't you embarrass me in front of Mark Caesar. You hear me, Vic? You be a good Vic. Don't embarrass me in front of Mark Caesar. Be good, Vic.
We're gonna make sure
Man,
we
now,
put you
now,
down and you
now,
don't go higher
Vic's
person.
moved on from Tinder to Facebook dating. Good, Lee.
Yes.
Jesus, man.
I swear to God, Vic.
God.
Don't
Man,
embarrass us.
you went from the high class to the trailer park trash.
Oh my God.
No. Oh my God. This chick is smoking. Oh, but anyway,
Listen, Vic, you better not embarrass us. You
that.
better not embarrass us, Vic.
Dude.
Look,
I'm
man,
a
you're gonna
professional.
get a great guy.
You're gonna ruin my
You're
reputation.
gonna get a great guy that gives a great interview, and I mean, you're talking about playing for one of the best college football
Yes.
teams, basically of all time. The '89 team. Remember,
Yes.
something, that was Ericsson's first year that he came on.
So
with.
he didn't play the 91, right? He wasn't on 91?
Mark was on. He was on '89. I think so. I think.
Mhm.
I think. I mean, if anything, he'll clear it up once he calls in. So it
Damien.
should be about a couple minutes.
Vic.
Damien.
Vic.
Do you think
Yes,
for
yes.
a second I'm going to embarrass myself?
Vic.
No.
Yes. Yes.
I
Yeah.
deal with people that could buy, sell, and repossess some of the wealthiest people in America,
Vic.
and I'm
Well, then
good.
cut a
Vic.
check. Then you
Vic.
should cut a check to the
Vic.
university.
Vic, just cut a check and stop overdosing on James Bond movies.
Vic.
Honestly.
Vic. Hey, Vic, this is what I'm going to do for you, Vic. I'm going to look into getting you into some kind of rehab for this, man. There's got to be some kind of like sickness for all these apps and dating apps and all this. There's got to be something. Can't you just find one
Well-
woman and settle down? You're old, Vic. It's time for you to. You need to find one woman.
Old?
Settle down. You're older. Not old.
You're older.
I don't.
Older. You're
I
just
don't
older.
look my age.
Oh,
No,
Vic, stop it. You do look your age, Vic.
Hmm.
Come on.
Get the fuck out of here.
Do you
You're
think-
crazy.
Do you
Well-
think Vic looked his age?
Well, how old is he? What, 65?
No.
No, he's
like-
52. He's 52.
He looks like.
Oh,
okay.
no.
He looks about 45.
50.
He looks about 45. So that's
No, he's pushing 50, 51, 52.
How old do you think he looks? About 45? I think I'll give him 45.
No, I give him 49, 50.
Okay. So, Vic, you're 50 years old. It's time for you to find you a woman that's probably about 45 and chill out.
Nah, Vic wants Vic is he exaggerates. He wants a 27-year-old Caribbean woman, but there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Let's wait
All right,
for Mark
folks,
to come on.
Oh, yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. All right, folks, we should have a national championship, Miami Hurricane national champion calling in pretty soon, Mark Caesar.
Oh, the line's locked. Hold on. Shit.
Yeah, you got to unlock.
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, you got to let us know because we can't have these little kids calling in, though.
All right, it's unlocked.
All right,
And someone's got the radio up behind them, probably Vic.
No.
God. You know, Vic. Vic, it's cold there. You know, all that. You need to get you a woman, man.
We can't. We need to
He
stop
needs to get one of
Vic.
them. He needs to get one of those BBW women to help keep him warm.
Not a cup of tea, baby.
We need to stop clowning Vic. We don't want Vic to go too crazy.
No, Vic knows I'm fucking with him. Remember, I met Vic.
I let it go in one ear and out the other.
I met Vic. You know, me and Vic. Trust me, I met Vic. He showed me.
I know. Didn't you tell me? Didn't you tell me you had lunch with Vic and he
Yeah,
pulled his shirt to show you his abs? He goes, "Look at me, don't I look young?" Didn't you tell me he said that? Look at my abs.
He said he works out. But me and Vic though, he was showing me this thing, and he was right on the money with it.
Yeah, I hooked you up, buddy.
You did. My phone was going crazy that day.
Okay, man. Hurricanes football from the Tales from the Dark Side, okay?
Mm-hmm.
One day, Vic, when are you gonna go to a football game with us, Vic? When are you gonna go to a game with us?
Yeah, Vic.
Vic needs to bring his ass to Pittsburgh next week.
Mm-hmm.
Vic?
He ain't that far.
How come? Pittsburgh should be getting pretty cold up there now, isn't it?
Vic, when's the date you're coming to a game with us? Florida State?
Yeah. And why didn't you go to the Yankee Stadium a few years back, Vic?
No, we need to get
I had surgery.
this year.
Hmm?
Vic, let's go to
I
a
had
game.
surgery on my back. I couldn't get out of bed.
Vic,
Oh, that's
it was
right.
in
That's right.
December. Remember?
Vic,
Yeah.
Vic, let's go to a game.
I could have got on the. Listen, I could get on the field if I want to.
Well,
Okay,
Mhm.
come to a
anytime I want
Mm-hmm.
with a tag.
I want
game. I don't care about
Vic,
your
I wanna-
fucking tag.
Vic. I want to go on record to say that a couple of days ago on the phone, I was defending you. I said you weren't a homosexual, so I'm your buddy here.
Dude, what the heck?
Where did that come from?
No, because they were saying that, and I said no, not Vic. Get the fuck. I was defending you from toe to toe. I was like, get the hell out of here, not Vic. So I'm your
should
buddy
only
here, Vic.
see the women that I go out with.
Vic, Vic, come to a game.
Hey.
Vic, come to a game.
Hey, Damian, Linda. How about Linda?
Yeah, I know. I was defending you, Vic.
Vic.
I was with you.
Are you gonna come to a game or what?
I'm gonna try
What game?
this year.
Louisville,
FIU.
Florida State,
No, I gotta check my schedule.
Florida State.
All right, yo, Mark,
Into-
you about to call in.
All
Heads
right.
up.
All right, we got
Here we
we got national champion Mark Caesar calling in. I'm excited.
I'm excited. Wow, why is it so quiet? What are you all so quiet and nervous about?
No, because I'm ready. We're waiting for him to call in.
And to answer Vic from Homestead, they're calling for next Saturday up in Pittsburgh for the kickoff at 65 degrees with a chance of rain.
Wow. That's good. Do you think it's going to be snowing for that Pittsburgh game or no?
They're not calling for it. They're calling for it to be 65. Didn't you
so it's
hear
not
what I
close.
just said, Vic?
No, it was not. It was me, Unc. Unc said a Vic.
I know
I'm
this.
sorry.
Never mind.
Oh, I get it.
I heard you.
Oh man.
Mm.
Let's see. Hey, North Fresh, you do need to come to a game. Come tailgate.
Yeah.
with us.
But hey, it's hard for Northfresh. He's all the way out. What? Washington, Alaska.
Yeah, but he said-
Alaska.
He said next year he might.
Hey, tell North Fresh that I will help him out. Like if he need, like I'm just saying, if it's hard for him, I'll help him out. I'll buy the ticket and everything for him, and I'll see what I could do. Just hit the Kane Shades inbox on Twitter and see what I could do to help him next year.
Mm.
We love, like, here at Cane Shades, here at Cane Shades, our main thing is we love to help put fans in those seats. That's basically what we do.
I'm wondering if I should be in the seats Saturday. I'm still thinking about this, man.
Damien, I'm still waiting for you to get a suit for the Hall of Fame.
Oh, no, Darius Rice didn't make the Hall of Fame.
We're not going.
Darius Rice didn't make the Hall of Fame. We're not going. Maybe next year.
What? Yeah, well, that's
I'm gonna hold you to the 2 tables, boy. I'll tell you that right now.
No, not 2 tables now. Come on, Vic. We don't need 2 tables. 1? How many people are at 1 table?
10.
10 people? Oh,
10.
10?
Come on, we only need 1.
How many tables? Only 1 table? You sure we don't get 2 tables?
10 people, bro. 1 table is 10 people.
If you can get 20 people, I'd love you guys to be there in full blow. Dead serious.
No, but we got to do contests and, like, get people there, you know?
Oh, man, that's a lot.
I agree.
That's a lot of money, man.
No, I'll be all right. We'll be all right. We got Vic will help us out, right, Vic?
That's a lot of money.
Of course.
New York Vic, I mean.
New York Vic.
He'll break the check.
He's not going to come.
Here we go. Just give him the check.
You know, come on. Shoot, Tommy's ass is scared to get on a plane.
Shit, you damn right. I ain't getting on a goddamn plane.
Oh,
my ass will drive
God.
down. I am not getting on a fucking plane.
There's less.
Shit, if I'm gonna die, I want to have control of me dying.
It's safer on a plane than it is in a car.
I'll say this. One thing about the Hall of Fame banquet is, man, for any Kane fan, it's a must. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, hopefully, I think Darius Rice might be next year. We'll see. They're starting to let them Big East guys in there. They're starting to let them late 90s, early 2000s Big East guys in there. So we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
How about Uncle Vic? How about Uncle Vinny? He's been there 30 years. He's going to retire soon.
That's something I'm actually gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that.
That was he's been there for 30 years.
Or coaches.
Man, look, everyone needs to come to the Louisville game. Tomby needs to come to the Louisville game.
Yeah, we need a Cane Shades. We need the whole Cane Shades roster. Talking about former Cane Shades, Jay. We need Vic there. We need Tommy there. Colorado will be there. Man, we need a big old Cane Shades tailgate.
Yeah.
You need PJ there too, right?
PJ.
Who? Who's that?
PJ. Paul Jones.
No.
Paul Jones? What? No, get out of here, man. No, who's Pedro needs to be there too. Pedro needs to be there.
The interesting part about the Hall of Fame though is that it would be great and it would take some doing, but it would be great to end up doing a show from there.
Yes. Yes.
Hey Vic.
Yes.
Okay, Mark's listening right now.
Mark, what's going on?
All right, tell him to call in.
He's in.
He's in?
Yeah.
I've been on for a minute, yeah.
He's on.
Oh, man, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I got my Cane Shades on.
Thank you, Mark.
What's up?
Mark, I gotta ask you, man. What are you thinking about this team this year, man?
I'm glad Manny finally took over defense. I mean, I felt we a couple plays away from, we could have won them 3 games we lost and stuff like that. You gotta keep trying. You're gonna get it right. Eventually, you're gonna get it right.
How long does it take to know, though, if we got the right coach? It's been so long since we won. How do we know what guy to believe
I
in?
mean, he gives off a good energy. You know what I'm saying? When you talk to the guy, big running guy, I mean, you got people thinking that's 49, 50 years old, then they can run through a wall and stuff like that. I mean, I think he's going to get it right. I mean, get a few of these players that be committing, decommitting and stuff like that, get them to stay. I mean, I give him about another year.
Vicious.
Let me speak. Kane, yeah, just kicking behind again.
Vicious Vic?
No. Hey, Mark. Thanks for coming on. I agree with you. What do you think the issue is with this recruiting? I mean, back in the day when you were there, everybody wanted to go to Miami. Now it's Alabama. Now it's Clemson. Now it's Georgia. I mean, if I'm a local kid, I want to give back to my home state. Excuse my voice. I have a little bit of a cold.
Yeah,
what do you
Caesar,
think?
Caesar's a New Jersey guy, Vic. Caesar's a New Jersey guy, by the way.
Oh, okay. All right. Where in Jersey are you?
North.
Okay. All right. I'm up in northern Jersey too. I'm a little more north.
Back in the day,
by short.
I mean, like, Short Hills, yeah, Essex County.
Yeah, I'm in Short Hills.
People want to go to Alabama and Clemson and Georgia, not besides they winning. I mean, it's like because they're winning. You know, like in the '80s, we was winning. I mean, I think a lot of these players now is overrated. Like back then, you see a lot of guys 5 and 6 stars and stuff like that. You had a bunch of guys that were hungry and believed into a system, and they got the same type of guys. You know what I'm saying? From all around different parts of the country and stuff like that. You know, when we all came together, it was some magic.
Mark, I always have this conversation with people. I always say your teams in the 80s would kick the living crap out of the Alabamas that are a dynasty right now that have been winning the last decade. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, and also, besides, a lot, if you look at back in the day, it was so much hate for Miami, right? You know, Miami never lost to an unranked team during my tenure there. We lose to a team, we go from number 1, number 10 to 11. We got to flow back up. Look at a team like Alabama a few times, lost, and go from number 1 to number 2. And still be playing championship games and stuff like that. If we had the same study for Alabama, we could have had a lot more championships also. Because they've been over back for Alabama.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Tommy?
See, I
So do you think Manny's the right hire, or do you think we rushed this hire?
Do I think he's right hire? Yes. I say he got a lot of, I mean, I like his energy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who else would you have hired? Bring Jimmy back?
How about?
You know, and I mean, he's like, it's the 7th game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to give him a chance. And so he was like, look at the first 3 games that we lost, fall behind, you come back, defense loses and stuff like that. First time you do a defense against the top 20 school, you shut him down and stuff like that. We probably need more him calling more plays and stuff like that, you know. Hope we can finish the season strong, you know what I'm saying, and go into next year.
So are you excited about this 1989 thing over here at the Hall of Fame that Victor Colaro's talking about?
Oh, yeah. See all my buddies and stuff like that. Steve McGuire, Russell Merwin, and all the guys, Anthony Hamilton, guys you're in the senior year and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we still trying to get Kelvin Harris on the line with you. We tried to do it about 2 years ago. Hopefully we could get that together. Your buddy there.
Oh, Big Nasty, yeah.
Yeah, we trying to get him on the line. Every time you're on the line, we say, come through, and you don't come through, but hopefully we get both of y'all on the line.
Yeah, he should be at the game this weekend, too.
That's what's up.
Mark,
Mark,
I have a question for you. Who was the toughest cane that you went up against in practice at Green Street on a day-to-day basis, where you guys just banged heads day in and day out, and you had the utmost respect for, you know, after practice, you're like, good job, fella. Who was that toughest player that you went up against in your college career, you know, on the Canes team?
I have to say, at the time, I hated this person. But you later, you share like that, Casey Jones. Yeah. But I think I went against him a year or two. He was a tough SOB. You know what I'm saying? Boy, every day, what best out of you and stuff like that. Yeah.
Who was
all right?
2 times you went up. 2 times, you know, we're gonna search you down block, but you got to go with Casey Jones.
Was he a trash talker in practice?
KC?
Yeah.
I didn't trash talk. Let his pass talk for him.
Who is
I mean, he used to bring it. You had to bring your A game every time you went against him.
Who is the most talented guy on the D line in that group?
I mean, what year are you talking about?
89.
Oh, 89, I have to go with tough one. He's either Russell or Cortez.
Man, that line was loaded.
Hey, Mark, could you talk about like you're a Newark boy? How did Miami find you? I mean, obviously they didn't have the recruiting like they do now with social media, and I mean, how did you determine that you wanted to come to Miami? I mean, did you talk about that?
Dave Campo was working at Syracuse my junior year in high school, and they was recruiting heavily at Syracuse. My senior year in high school, he went to Miami and stuff like that, and he still recruited me. Then it came down. My first visit was Miami. Was the year from the '87 championship parade day when I was down there with Lamar Thomas, Darren Smith, Michael Barrows. We all was down there and stuff like that. And they take you out to certain places and stuff like that. Like wow, this is the place to be. You know what I'm saying, yeah. So after that weekend, then we met with Jimmy Johnson on that Sunday. He offered me a scholarship. I remember my coach said, "It was nothing." I remember it was like, I said, well, I didn't think about it. He said, "Don't bullshit me. You want it or not. I'm moving on." So I take it like that.
Really? Said that?
Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah.
See, that's how we need to be now. Come here. I'm going to the next person. What about?
I got a question for Mark. Just the other day, just a few weeks ago. Before I get into that, did you read the Uncle Luke book that he put out a few years ago?
I mean, bits and pieces of it.
Okay, so I read it like a few weeks ago, and I seen that he name dropped you in the book. He said that he put you under the wing. You were a little hothead, and he was trying to mentor you. How was Uncle Luke? He was a good guy back then.
Yeah, it's like yeah, he was a good mentor. You know what I'm saying? It's like he pull you aside, like, yo, you need down and yada yada yada. Just talk to you, stuff like that. Yeah, he was a good mentor. Stuff like that.
That's what's up. All right.
Yeah. I was just talking about Sacrifice Weekend here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's another part of what I didn't talk about.
I didn't get it. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Bo.
What was the adjustment like coming from New Jersey to Florida?
It was like besides the weather, I mean, that was a tough part. But it was like certain parts of like Miami, you know what I'm saying, as far as like as the people and stuff like that. I'm saying, so it was like certain parts you around. I mean, it's like you had guys on the team. They took you down to Liberty City. You know what I'm saying? They took you over to Carroll City, and you felt at home. It was like being in Newark and stuff like that. I mean,
exactly.
Like, the weather and stuff like that. Yeah, it was like the guys down there make you feel at home and stuff like that. It's like Miami is like when they take you on a recruiting trip, right? They take you on the boat. They go across that western lane. They stop right at the bridge and say, "Look left and look right." In the water, and like, this is heaven right here. You'll never beat this. You know what I'm saying? And they never lied.
We've
got a lot of advantage. I don't know why we don't take advantage of it.
No, because last year, what we get? 3? How many did we get from New York last year, Vic? 3 of them? 4 kids?
We got 3. We got 1 from Poly Prep in Brooklyn and 2 from Christ the King in Queens.
I think you got 1 from Newark too.
We got somebody from Newark?
Walk on, yeah.
Okay.
So
No.
I know
he's doing academic scholarship.
Yeah. Well, I know we got a linebacker, Tyreek Austin. He's from Camden, I believe. He's he's a beast. He's committed to the Canes this year. Could you talk about the football players from New Jersey? Because a lot of the people think that football teams from the Northeast cannot play against the kids from South Florida. And obviously, he was successful down there.
We've been having that argument for the last 35, 40 years.
Come on, Vic.
And I always tell them, the players in Jersey is like, we don't have the amount of players they have here in South Florida on the team. So you got guys that play offense and defense and special teams. We never come off the field and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like last year, you know, we had one teams come down here and they've just been beating us. The last year we had 2 teams come down, 3 teams from Jersey come down here and win the Pop. And they always say this, every time Miami had on the players from up north, the championship, protect the teams.
So Mark,
all right.
Mark, what do you do now?
I'm a program analyst for the city of Newark, for the recreation department.
You coach?
Nah, I don't coach.
Is that something you would like to do? Or are you all right with what you're doing right now?
I like to do now.
Mm-hmm.
You can't deal with the parents. Parents are paying the ass.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
They are.
I know, see, when in the rookie, I deal more, say, with, like, the kids, you know, like basketball leagues, and, like, flag football programs and stuff like that. You get a lot of kids enroll before they get to high schools and stuff like that. So I deal with kids like that.
All right. Homestead Vic, you got anything for Mark?
Nothing much. I'm looking forward to seeing him this weekend at the game.
Right.
And aside as well, too, he's probably one of the best guys you ever had on the team there. I look forward to seeing him and the rest of the guys there this weekend, and it's going to be a rocking time at the Rock this weekend.
Well, Victor, let the audience know what's going on with the Hall of Fame real quick. Again, let them know again.
I mean, we got our golf tournament that we're going to have this Friday, basically. So you got Rich Mercier and Gino Torretta that are going to be co-hosting. Okay, that's going to be over at the Biltmore. It starts at noon on Friday. As I said, Mark and the rest of the 89 championship team are going to end up being reunited this weekend. So we have a 30th year anniversary celebration for the game this weekend. And what else? I mean, again, obviously the Hall of Fame already announced its 2020 class. Okay, on the football side, you got Philip Buchanan going in. You got Jay Brophy going in as well, too, and you got Kevin Williams. And on the basketball side, you got Johnny Hemsley coming in. So.
All right. Hey, Mark, man, thanks for calling. We love it when you call in. Hey, man, maybe in a few weeks we'll get Kelvin on here and we'll do it all over again.
I promise one day I'm gonna call y'all on. I'm gonna call Vic and call y'all on through with Vic on the phone.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right.
No problem. Like I said, I keep my cane shades on.
All day. Oh, that's what's up. All
right.
There he is.
Well, folks, national champion right here on Cane Shades.
That was awesome.
Vic,
great job.
Definitely awesome.
Vic, you're the man, Vic, and not Vicious.
Yes.
Homestead Vic.
Yeah, Homestead. We're talking about Homestead Vic, not you, New York Vic.
I was about to say Vicious Vic, don't get your martinis in an uproar. So.
Yeah, we're talking about Homestead Vic. You need to cut that check to University, New York Vic.
Vicious Vic told me I'm getting Gino Torretta. He can't pull the trigger on it.
You know what? You want to match that? You go get Gino Torretta on the line right now, on New York Vic. Go get him on the line right now. That's the only way you can match this right now.
You know that was Damien's favorite player.
That was my favorite player. Gino was my favorite player.
Mine was Lamar Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
On those years.
I was trying to reach out to Kelvin and to Greg Mark.
I just
man.
36.
Greg Mark, another Jersey boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Pensahawken, South Jersey.
That's right.
Yeah, those were my two favorite quarterbacks when I was a little kid. Like 11, 12-year-old. It was Kelly, because I'm a Bills fan. Kelly, and then you had Gino Torretta. Oh man, I love that.
And also the other guy I was trying to reach out to was Randall Hill. He was also
and that's another one that I loved. I loved Randall Hill when I was a kid. That's another one.
How about Lamar Thomas?
Lamar was?
Man, that's the guy.
You know who's
graduated by him already.
I met him once. And man, that's the guy right there. That was my favorite player back then.
Lamar's awesome. Lamar's funny as hell. He really is, honestly.
Dan Morgan.
Lamar and Clint Portis both got they got inducted the same year in the Hall, and it's like we're kind of wondering, like, all right, who the hell's going to end up making people crack up the most? Okay, and honestly speaking, we kind of thought it was going to end up being Clinton Portis. No, man, Lamar Thomas stole the show. That was so damn funny.
Real quick about Randall Hill. I got a story about Randall Hill when I was 12 years old. I was in summer camp in about 5th, 6th grade, right? And I think it was Bayfront Park. They took the kids over there, and I see Randall Hill there. Randall Hill, they say, oh, there's Randall Hill. I go and I take the football. I take the football from the school, whatever, the football, and I had Randall Hill sign that football. Then when we get back to camp, the summer camp director took that football from me, man. I was so upset. All right. I just wanted to vent on that. I was pissed off like a mother about that shit, man.
247, Kane, what's going on, man? You there?
What's up, Kane?
What's up?
What's going on?
Not much. Just chilling, waiting for the Georgia Tech game. You already know.
So what did you think about last week's game? Since you didn't call in.
Oh man, the energy was different. The vibe was different. You could feel it, the energy that Perry gives us, and they lifted us. And also that new kicker, man. I'm happy for that new kicker.
Oh.
You like him?
I like him.
Oh, we got another new kicker coming in this week.
Camden Price, right?
Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited. Man. Keep Baxa in the kickoff role and just keep doing what we're doing.
Well, let me ask you: do you think on that short kickoff where they almost took it to the house, you think Baxa was told to do that? He had to be, right?
I don't even know if it was confirmed by the coaches, but he had to have been told that, because if not, then he needs to be removed from kickoff duties as well.
No, because I was like, I've never seen him do that before. He always boots it far. So I was like, man, I had to tell him. It was sort of in an angle.
And I don't know. I just, I'm going to roll with the new kickers we got, and if Baxa starts being Baxa again, then you put somebody else in. That's it. We can't risk any more games because of our kicker.
So do we cover the 18 against Georgia Tech?
Yeah, I think we cover. Listen, Georgia Tech has only won one game, and I know you can't look at like I said in the chat, and you told me Citadel. Don't underestimate that or whatever. I still think we cover. I mean, if as long as we learn from our mistakes, like we did last game, which we committed 4 penalties instead of 11, then I think we're pretty good. Amari Carter won't be starting next game. He's suspended for 2 games. What do you think about that hit?
2 games? I thought it was only 1 half.
No, I think it's 2 games. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
I thought it was just the first half.
I hope it's not. Let me look this up.
I believe it's 2 games because he's had back-to-back targeting. And I have a question for y'all about recruiting, since we were talking about recruiting. Do you mind if I ask it?
Go ahead.
Do you guys think we have the right guys in the recruiting department? I said this in the chat a little while ago.
I don't know yet. It's going to take a couple years to find out.
Yeah, it does. If you think about, Dabo and how he earned his job in recruiting. I went and looked back at his time as a positional coach, and he was a top 25 recruiter as a positional coach in Clemson. He was one of their best recruiters. That's why he got the job. So since from 2004 to 2008, he was a top 25 recruiter. And I went back to search for Manny, and I didn't really see much.
Hold on, 247. Hey, you're on the line. Is that D? Jacksonville.
Wait, what's going on?
What's up? Who is
Not
it?
much. I'm just listening right now. Amari Carter should be suspended for that first half. That's it.
That's what I'm looking up right now. Who's this, BJ again?
Yeah, but yeah, man, what's up?
Not much. What'd you think about last week?
Man, we look good with Perry, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm more of a Jarian guy, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from Perry.
You got it. Come on, man.
And then it's funny because Enos and Manny, they said a couple weeks back that they're not gonna have the same QB situation that they had last year, but Perry's playing like he's not trying to let go of that QB1 strike, man.
I don't know. There's rumblings that Williams might get surgery, so we don't know yet.
What?
Yeah, on his shoulder.
Hey, well, take the surgery, man. That's it. Don't be in that bitch hurt throwing these 3 interceptions like you did against Virginia Tech, man. Fuck.
All right, hold on.
And then I think that.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, what opened up our first of all, Enos is fucking. Come on, goddamn. Did you really come from Alabama? But with Perry was actually taking these shots down deep, and that was what kind of spread it out the defense a little bit, and that's what Jaren didn't bring to offense. Plus, Perry fucking moves, and he can fucking move. So I think I'm Cozy Hive again. Tommy, you always been Cozy Hive, so I think I'm gonna be Cozy Hive right along with you on this one.
And to answer the question, Amari Carter is one suspended first half. He gets one more. He's suspended a whole game.
What bullshit? Because that was a bullshit-ass call, man.
And can we ever get a fucking target call? What about that fucking call on fucking Nicosi?
On Virginia Tech
That
game.
was some bullshit. Yeah.
Oh, man. Man, that was a bogus call. He led with his shoulder. I mean, I don't know what they want him to do, man. Crazy.
That's what worries me is, does he try to do this again?
What is that?
That Florida State game, they did the same shit on Florida State. I think it was Blackman. That shit was targeted, and they just let it roll away. I was like, damn, is this how the ACC is fucked up all around, or I thought they only hated Miami.
I don't know.
Hold on, guys. I got a special guest for us, and it's
Who you got?
Hill.
Who is it?
Randall Hill. Hold on.
You got Randall Hill?
Randall Hill. Oh, God.
Hey, you're on Kane Shades. 954. Is that Pedro?
Yep.
Pedro!
What's going on, fellas?
Not much. Pedro, let me ask you straight up. Are we going to cover Saturday?
What? You talking about the spread? What was it, 18?
18.
Yeah, we should cover 18.
Bo, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Vic, don't do that shit, man. You had my heart drop to my stomach. I really thought you had Gino Toretta about to call you. Nothing against Pedro. I love Pedro, but don't do that because you don't do that ever again, Vic, man. For real, man. You had my heart. I thought you had motherfucking Gino Toretta on about to be on the line. Don't do that shit no more, Vic. Jesus Christ.
I got Randall coming on.
Is he a Democrat?
Do you really have Randall coming on tonight?
Yeah, he's.
I think he is, Bo.
For real. Don't fucking do this to me, Vic.
I don't know. You know, if anyone was going to get him on, it'd be Homestead Vic.
Mate.
Wow.
He's going to call in.
Get out of here.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't do that. Don't do that to him. Maybe he could sign that. Remember that story I was saying about Bayfront Park when I was 12 years old?
You gotta tell him that story. You gotta tell him that story.
I'm definitely gonna tell him that story. The principal took my football.
Did you unlock
the
phone?
Yeah, it's unlocked.
Okay.
Well, I think everyone's
goddamn principal. It wasn't the principal. It was the school camp counselor took my football. It was the school football. He signed it, and the camp counselor took that football.
Wow.
Jesus.
Well, you still hurt from that today, huh?
Oh hell yeah, man! I was happy, man. Randall Hill signed me. Ain't no Hurricane football player at that time when I was a kid signed anything for me, and he signed it for me, man. And that council took that football, man. I made a big fuss about that.
Probably in his house.
And to throw more salt on the wound, he was probably a Florida State fan that took it.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, okay. So, what are you hearing, Pedro, about Williams possibly sitting out for the rest of the season due to an injury?
Surgery.
Due to the injury. I'm sorry, surgery.
I have heard nothing, but being in the profession that I am, and by him having a dislocation twice, that let me know that he's having a labrum issue. It's not a rotator cuff issue, what a lot of people suspect. Now, if it's a labrum issue, if you can go ahead and strengthen that up, extensive rehab, or the worst case scenario will be surgery. And if he gets surgery, he's going to be out for about it's going to be like 2 months. Then he'll start rehabbing. So probably a total, depending on where he'll get it, he'll be back for spring.
All right, Pedro, hold on.
Okay.
Vic came through. Randall Hill, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Randall. Hey, hold
Hey,
on.
Randall.
Damien's got a story for you. Go ahead, Damien.
All right. Real quick, in 6th grade at summer camp, we were at Bayfront Park in Homestead. This is 1991, 92. I think you just got drafted to the Dolphins. I ran into you. You autographed the football for me. The only thing is that football was the school's football. And they took that football away from me, and I was really upset about that with the school counselor. So I don't know. We weren't expecting you to call in, so they wanted me to share that story. But I would like an autographed football from you, maybe. So
Wait a
for
minute.
calling
So
in,
you
though.
called. So I called in, and now you asked me for another football, and you talk about something happened in 6th grade. You gotta be kidding me.
They told me to tell the story to you. I didn't want to, but they put me on the spot.
Okay, no. Who is they? Let's get to the bottom of this. Who the hell is they?
Hey, we figured that it was, he said it was a traumatic time in his life, so we said, hey, talk to you about it.
You guys are funny, man. What's going on, guys?
Randall, you gotta be straight up with us here, man. When do we know when they made the right hire, man? Because sometimes I'm thinking it's Al Golden 2.0.
Well, here's the deal. When you have a new coach, and I'm the first one and I'm very harsh on the University of Miami, and I'm very harsh on the players because there's history there that has to be followed, and it's positive history, and it hasn't been followed as of recent. But the problem we have in South Florida is we're spoiled. We're used to the glory days. We still look at it. There's been documentaries, and you still see some of the guys around. So people want to see that back. So when you have a new coach, you have to give them at least 2 to 3 years, a minimum of 2 to 3 years. He hasn't even had a good recruiting class to come in. This is his first year. His guys, will be developing over the next 2 to 3 years. So, I always give. If you notice, whenever I do come out and I speak, and if it's something negative, I'd never do it first year or second year. Third year, now you should have your feet wet. You should have your guys that you have recruited and your personality should be taking over the team at that particular point, and then we see the fruit of the labor. So I kind of hold off until then.
Year 3 we play Alabama week 1.
Okay, and
oh man, I'm worried. Vic.
Well, it is what it is. It's not. It's these schedules are pretty much already made, and I'm not necessarily worried. It's time to step up to the mic, and when you have a team like that that's standing in front of you, in order to beat a man, you got to beat the man. And if the University of Miami could knock them off, then now you can start seeing things turn for the best. But it is what it is. You take your time, and like I said, I don't criticize. How can you criticize a coach in his first year? There's he's still getting his feet wet, and there's some mistakes that will be made, just like any business in your first year, and we'll see how things pan out.
Well, Randall, we're also a very young team, too. I mean, especially on the offensive line. You got what, two freshmen?
Now that is not a thought in my process as far as being young. Like I said, a new coaching staff, yes. A new mentality, yes. A new philosophy, yes. Got to get your own players in there, yes. But last time I checked, in 1987, we won a national championship, and we had 10 true freshmen who did not redshirt. So that goes that theory about having young guys. It never, when we talk on podcasts, when you talk to someone like me, never read into what the media is saying, because they're going to say what they want to say. I'm going to tell you the truth. We had a lot of young guys in 1987 that just came off of a tremendous loss to
Penn State
in the Fiesta Bowl. Steve Walsh had never started a game before, and we still won a national championship. So I don't care about that young stuff. That has nothing to do with it. And we did it with 10 freshmen who did not redshirt.
Well, then.
So it's.
Well, Randall.
Go ahead.
What do you say about people say Urban Meyer went to Ohio State, went undefeated year one?
Okay, but Urban Meyer went there, and that whole team had already, pretty much been there, and that I don't think he changed too much of the philosophy. When you're talking about the University of Miami, and let me back up. When you talk about Ohio State and Alabama's and even University of Texas, they're always going to have a pipeline to good recruits, just because of who they are. Now we've gone through some tremendous changes, especially when you have certain administrations basically trying to turn the football program into a medical school. So you have to look at everything. When you have a president such as Cat Foote, who's trying to turn the University of Miami into the Harvard of the South, give me a break. That takes a toll on the program itself. And when you have people who forget that the University of Miami was the name, and the University of Miami was made notorious positively because of the football program, not the medical school and or not for the academia, which I have no problem with. I think the University of Miami is a good school all the way across the board. My wife went to school there, so it is what it is. But hey, give more back to the program itself, like Ohio State has been doing. Ohio State, Penn State, Alabama. They're always going to have that particular pipeline. University of Miami is always going to have to fight for those top-notch recruits who have the right mentality, not necessarily the 5-star, the 10-star, or whatever, but the right mentality.
Hey, would you be interested in being the athletic director one day?
I would love to be the athletic director one day, and I can probably do a better job because my blood, sweat, and tears I left on the field, and I care about the community, and I care about the University of Miami. I care about the kids. I ain't gonna say kids, but I care about the young adults and tomorrow's leaders who are playing on that field. I care about them, as what they're going to be doing for the community and making sure that they come back. I think the University of Miami should have a legacy program. That's what Alabama does. Alabama, for example, you go to Alabama, you sign to play football there. I know that they used to do this. They probably still do. They make an agreement with you that you stay out of trouble, you go to school. All of your kids, unborn kids, go to school there for free. That's called a legacy program. Yeah, the University of Miami has something like that, but I think they give $5,000 off of the $60,000 tuition. Give me a break. You know what I mean? So those are the little nuances that I think you can try to fix to get better recruits to come to the University of Miami, because those anybody who's thinking about their unborn kids or the kids that they don't even have, those are the people that you want playing for the University of Miami. You want intelligent, smart, athletes there who can also contribute to the community.
So, Randall, when you were down at Miami and you were practicing on a day-to-day basis at Green Tree, who was your toughest competitor that you went up against who challenged you every single day on the practice field that made you a better player, who talked trash, who was tough, who was strong?
It wasn't necessarily the players that are in front of you. It was the obstacles that Coach Johnson would put in front of you. We had tough practices. We ran a lot. We also we had a lot of the offensive game plan that was put in, and we went at it. I mean, we really went at it. So, but it wasn't necessarily the players that were in front of you in practice, which they were tough. Especially I just sit back and just watch the running backs and the offensive line and the linebackers and the defensive line. You really go at it. But I think it was the atmosphere, altogether that Coach Johnson implemented that put us a step above the rest. And it was something that either you embraced, or like some people say, wolves eat their own, or you were tossed to the side. So it was the intensity of what Coach Johnson implemented that I think put the University of Miami above the rest, and of course what Howard Schnellenberger did too.
Was there besides Florida State? Was there one team that you looked on the schedule and be like, all right, I got to ball out against this team?
Well, think about it. My sophomore year, we played the preseason number 1 and beat them. We beat the Pac-10 champion. We beat the SEC champion. We played against some stiff competition. Me, especially when I do radio spots and stuff like that. The University of Miami is playing against Notre Dame. Okay, yeah, they're gonna call Randall Hill because I despise Notre Dame. Now, I will say that I like the players that were there. I even a couple of months ago talked to Rocket Ishmael. Great guy. Those guys were really good guys. I just did not like what Notre Dame stood for and how they went about their business, especially thinking that they're better than anybody else. And I think the NCAA let them get away with a lot of the nonsense, especially some of these conferences. How in the world can you be independent, have your own television contract because you want to keep all the money to yourself when it comes to football, but in every other sport you're in the ACC? That's not fair. That's not right. So those are the type of little things that kind of irk me, that kind of bother me, that, okay, they think they're better than everybody else, so let's put them in their place.
That is some bullshit. They get away with that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
They did it in the Big East.
Yeah, it is. Say again?
They did it in the Big East too. Same thing.
Yeah, it's irritating that the NCAA lets them, or these conferences let them get away. See, if I was in the ACC, I was like, no, you know what? Keep everything. Go somewhere else with that, because either you're all in or you're all out, because they wouldn't let other schools do that, and everybody else are playing by those rules. But hey, you know what? They're doing it and they're getting away with it.
Hey, Bo, can I ask Randall a question?
Go ahead.
Hey, Randall, what's up? This is 247 Kames talking.
What's going on, bro?
Not much. Listen, you playing the receiver position at Miami, being a Hurricane great that gave his blood, sweat, and tears to the program. Seeing given that Manny made the hire of Dan Enos on offense, do you think we're utilizing this offense to its full potential with his play calling?
Yeah, again, you have to give them a chance to get their philosophies in place. We are spoiled in South Florida because, we're used to seeing championships. We're used to seeing the swag. It's the holy grail of swag. It is what it is. At one time, the University of Miami was the number 1 selling NCAA sports paraphernalia in the country. So we're kind of spoiled. So we gotta pull the reins back a little bit and say, okay, let's see how this pans out. I'm as frustrated as anybody else, but I'm holding my opinion or any negative opinions about what the coaching staff is doing until they can get their system in place. I mean, people criticize Jimmy Johnson his first year there because I want to say they went at like 8-5 or something like that. But he ended up being one of the greatest coaches in University of Miami history, and then goes on to win Super Bowls. So we got to give him a chance, Coach Diaz. That is putting his philosophy in place and getting his players in place. I think he's done an okay job so far. Yeah, of course, we want to see wins. We don't want to see bad play. We want to see, the high fives. We want to see guys, running to the end zone and having a monstrous defensive line. But again, offensively, give it a chance. But now you got to get the quarterback situation straight now. Who's going to be quarterback? Stick with him, and let's move forward. But take your time, relax, and let's see how this whole thing pans out.
Right. So, Randall, what's going on with you and the politics? Are you running? What were you running for this time? Are you running?
I wasn't running for anything this time. That was in 2015.
So
we're in 2019.
No more?
No politics right now.
So we can
Absolutely
start
not.
the hashtag Randall Hill for AD. That's the new hashtag.
I like that.
Because Blake James
I definitely like that.
To go.
Since we're off topic, let me say something. How did it feel? You're fresh out of college and you playing in the Tokyo Dome. Like, how was the Tokyo fans in that preseason game?
The Tokyo? I never played in Tokyo.
And no, for the Dolphins.
No.
You played
I never played in
game
Tokyo.
No.
You trying to tell me where I played now?
I thought you played. I thought you played your preseason game with the Dolphins in the Tokyo Dome.
I never been to Japan.
All right, I'm wrong.
I got
no, I'm gonna let you off the hook. You probably was, looking at stuff and reading stuff. Back then they had 5 preseason games. I hadn't signed my contract until after the first preseason game. The first preseason game was in Tokyo, but I did not go. So I played in 4 preseason games, like normal, like most guys do. I just missed that 5th preseason game, which is what they had back then.
Oh, you didn't make that trip. All right.
Randall, when did you know that you were in Texas, you were gonna do the gun thing? When did you know? Before the game? Did you already have this planned or what?
No, it just, I'm very spontaneous. I'm a spontaneous individual. It just happened. It was nothing planned. I don't pre-plan things. I just, I used to go out and just have fun. I know I was frustrated that I didn't get a ball all game until I was, damn near yelling at the quarterback in the huddle. Craig Erickson, hey, listen, everybody's having fun but me. I need the ball or something bad's going to happen. There's going to be some blunt force trauma to somebody. So with that being said, no, I never pre-planned anything. I just always went out and had fun, and just let my expression on the field, just take care of itself.
Did you think it would be as iconic as it was afterwards?
No, because I like I said, I didn't really care. I just just going out and having fun. I wasn't saying, what, I'm gonna make history here. There's actually 2 plays that I had, 2 catches, 2 plays that I had at University of Miami that were considered the greatest of all time. One was the Cotton Bowl, and the other one was 3rd and 43 with against Notre Dame. But celebrations like that, they're not pre-planned, they're not scripted like some of these guys in the NFL, how they practice them now, and and they're trying to have a little bit more fun in the NFL. But I never pre-planned and or scripted anything like that. I mean, it went down in history. I've had people pull me to the side and say, they just look at me and say, okay, you're that guy. I'm that guy. But it was a lot of fun. And, it's a shame that the guys can't do it now, because that's what fans actually come to see.
Now, Bo, it's not his fault that he did it. You can blame Texas, or you can blame Scott Erickson for for throwing the ball. But you cannot blame him.
I just figured the night before in the room, he said, if I score, I'm going to do this. That's what I figured. Well,
Randall?
Yes.
Pedro?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Pedro's gone. Or Pedro's there.
He's gone.
Hold on.
All right.
I'm still muted. What's going on, Randall? I'm here.
What's going on, bro?
Vic, you tell me to unblock him, and then he doesn't say nothing. Pedro.
What's up, bro?
Pedro, do you have any questions for Randall?
No, I don't have any questions. Oh, well, I'm just glad that what Randall was saying is pretty much the same thing that I've been screaming for the past 2 months, that you just got to relax, man. We've been spoiled. I guess, he echoed the same thing I've been saying. Maybe people will start listening now. Start trying to jump out the roof.
Because we're tired of losing.
Appreciate that, Randall.
We're tired of losing.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Here's the deal. I want the best for South Florida. I want the best for 305-954, and the people who make up those communities. But again, we have to, give this coach a chance to get his philosophy into the system, get his guys, just like we did with Jimmy Johnson, just like we did with Butch Davis. You have to give them a chance. I mean, to rectify all the problems that were that they inherited. So it is what it is.
Well, Randall, hey, thanks for calling, man. We appreciate it. You're the best.
You got it, bro. Not a problem. Bye.
Hey.
Thanks, Randall.
Vic came through.
Vic, you're the man, Vic. Where are you, Vic?
Vic, where are you?
I'm right here.
Hey, man, you came through. You actually matched Homestead. The two Vics came through today, by the way.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Vic.
Wow, that was.
Homestead
I
and
didn't think you were gonna do it. I think you were fucking with me, man. Damn, man.
I didn't think so.
There you go.
No, I tried to get Gino. He didn't answer me back, and I know Randall. He'll always answer a DM on Facebook. He's always like that. He's always accessible. And Randall, if you're listening, we profusely thank you.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He did it, and he did say he likes to do things spontaneously. So this was spontaneous, and this was great.
Well, how about
it was
how
amazing.
About the new hashtag Randall Hill for AD? Randall Hill for AD. That's what we need.
Hey, I'm down with it.
Randall Hill for AD.
Put it on Twitter.
Blake James.
We got 5,000
is on
followers.
the clock.
That was amazing, Vic. That was a good interview.
Vic, well, let's see what we got going on over here.
What were we talking about before I interrupt?
You know what? You never know. What do you say? You never know what's going to happen.
That's our slogan, and it remains our slogan. You got to tune in to Cane Shades because you never know what happens on Cane Shades. That is a fact. For 5 years of doing this, all types of stuff happen. You never know what's going to happen on Cane Shades.
We went from making
and the
fun
weirdo
of Vic,
came through.
We went from making fun
yes,
of
the
Vic
weirdo did come through.
To Mark Caesar coming on, and then Vic.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're talking shit to Vic that he's not the man. Then gets freaking Randall Hill on. God.
Yeah, we had no clue that Mark Caesar was coming on, and he had no clue that Randall Hill was coming on. This was spontaneous.
There it is, Randall Hill
then
Brady. Hashtag. Start it. Put it on Twitter. Start it up.
Mm-hmm. Then, hey, Vic, you paid me back because guess who was the weirdo tonight? I was. Randall Hill, that question I asked Randall Hill, I was straight up weirdo. So, hey, you got me, man. I was straight weirdo tonight.
Okay.
It's all right.
You think
Vic
we're
going to give up
with the players?
All right, let's do predictions. Let's get out of here. Who's going first?
All right.
Who's going first?
I'll go. 37-13 Canes.
Oh, hold on. Chicago Kane, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Man, that was a nice interview, man. I appreciate that, man. I'll just give him a shout.
Man, we had Mark Caesar too.
Oh, man.
We had two.
Yeah,
what do you think about? What do you think about Randall Hill for AD? What do you think about that?
I can do that. I can do that all day long, man.
He's got the passion.
You know what, Bo? We might get our basketball coach we want after Larinaga retires.
Yeah. That was cool, man. Yeah. Y'all always come through, man. I appreciate y'all guys, man.
All right, Chicago Kane. See you Monday.
Y'all take it, man. I don't want nothing, man. I'll just give you a shout.
All right, appreciate it.
Oh, well, no, we need a prediction for Saturday's game.
Oh no, we're gonna cover the spread.
All right.
I went 24 to 10 last week. So I'll go 30. I go 35, 35-7. I think we're gonna smash these dudes, man.
All right.
Okay,
Chicago
okay.
Kane, appreciate it.
All right. I got
Chicago
37-13.
Kane. Chicago Kane. If you're right, I'm taking you to Gibson.
All right. I got 37. I got 37-13. Tommy, what do you got?
30-10.
30-10. Okay.
What
that sounds good.
I got 31-13 Canes win.
I got.
Hey, real quick, man.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Where's Homestead Vic?
He got off.
All right, I'm going 41-14. The exact opposite. Canes.
Chicago Kane, what do you got?
For me?
Yeah. You got something?
No. I went 35-10. 35-10 Canes. Yeah, for sure.
All right. And
yeah, 35-10.
Pedro.
Hey, and Russell Maryland from Chicago too, y'all.
Oh, we need to get
Check
him
that
on.
out.
Get him on.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. I know somebody that know him, man. I'm gonna work on it. That's my word.
All right, appreciate it, Chicago Kane.
All right, y'all.
Pedro,
later,
what do you
man.
got?
Have a good night.
You too.
Who gives a fuck? Do you guys have jobs anymore?
Pedro, what do you got?
Yeah.
I got Canes winning by 20 plus.
247 Kane, what do you got?
52.
Who gives a fuck, you fat bitch?
Hold
Fuck
on.
you, fat.
Go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
We're about to
Go
end
ahead.
the show.
52-3 Canes.
52-3 Canes. Vic, in the show.
Wait. Top offense and defensive player.
Fuck
Breakout
you.
game.
Come on, Vic. We
Fuck
got
you, big Chico.
Vic, come on.
Big
We
bitch.
gotta hurry up.
Lock it, Bo.
You got to hurry up, Vic.
Fuck you, Vic.
See, Vic, that's why you gotta hurry up. Go, Vic, go.
You got to hurry up.
What? Close out the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good show tonight. Spontaneity was the key word. And that note.
Nigger.
All right. Hey, I'm going to go see your parents and spank you, you little fucking bitch-ass motherfucker. All right, Vic, close the show.
Keep yourself safe. Put some joy into your life and to others that surround you.
Fat ass.